So, first and foremost, I'd like to give our praises and glory to the Yahweh. Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. Honors to the elders and the apostles of great stone. Shalom to your brothers and highways and the byways, preaching, teaching His word in sincerity and in truth. So today, I'm the brother Shapal, we may have.
That's a war.
Right. And, we basically sitting here reasoning and decided to listen on the importance of the father. Just rules in general where you not see today, but according to the laws, and the customs, of Israel, this is how a family structure should be set up, right? So we're going to the role of the father, the role of the mother, and even the kids, right? So where we want to come from basically just to jump right into it, there's a book inside the My Sword Bible app, right? And it's called Right and Manner, or Right Manner, right? And once you go to chapter 10, it shows you parental position in the home, position of the father, right? And I'm going to say this before going to it. Father play a very, very, very vital role in any family, man.
That one.
Yeah.
Because as a father, I'm a witness of that, and I'm a testimony of it all together.
Okay.
Some of the main posts of the whole building. And as we can see in the society, a lot of the building concerning family structure within the home, that building tear down, a whole of a building tear down. Because you can see the result of the children and where the society swing to. And that have to do with not obeying the statutes and laws command of the Most High.
Right.
That written in the laws.
Right.
And by not doing so, then these are the consequences of that action.
Okay. So let's get into it. So it's Oriental meaning attached to the word father. It's the Oriental idea of the family is a little kingdom, right, within itself, over which the father is supreme ruler, right? And basically, I love the writer phrase it, man. A little kingdom, right? And the father is supposed to be a supreme ruler, because that's what a family structure is, man. That's your kingdom, that's your domain, that's,
Right.
He's supposed to be the ruler over them, and it means he's supposed to guide it. The laws, everything come from you, just like how Yahweh did, to the Israelites, Yahweh Bashmi Avshai, give us laws, man, because this is his kingdom, this is his, his kids,
When I look at a household, when I look at anything whether to do with a household, a kingdom, a government, or whatever, you realize the leaders who give the laws is basically the laws that he give is basically his ways, based upon how he give that law.
Can.
Whether it have to do with good or evil, it have to do with emotion and emotion, it doesn't matter. His characteristic is actually giving out as others. That's always he feel things to take place. Now, when you look at that, when you broad brush that right across, the laws and statutes that the Most High give, that is the Most High characteristic. And all them just and all them have consequence when they've been broken, and all them have reward when they're not broken. Now, we're living in a society that have a set of laws how to bring up children, and not only bring up children, but how it construct in our home. And we can see the result of that, and it is not something that we can clearly say it at work, because we can see a destruction from our level. So, go ahead, brother.
Right, let's get a scripture for back here. This is Ecclesiasticus 10, we start at verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Yeah, the wise judge. I mean, like I said, the judge of Israel, the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Shai. The judge of this kingdom is the so-called white man. Even the very land that we're living in now, concerning the country, which is Jamaica, the ruler would be of the whole would be Andrew Wallace, right? Even though he's been working on the higher authority, but he will still be the head of the household. So we're living under their characteristic. Right? Right?
Say, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officer.
Exactly.
And what manner of ruler, right? What manner of man, it's like the ruler of a city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Exactly, and like I said before, this is the characteristic of the white man, and then done by his management, who you have different countries that in line with this man law, right? And we can clearly see it have to do with everything that not according to the Bible.
Hey, that's the reason why you have homosexuality rampant, bestiality, all of those things, right? Because guess what? The man that is ruling, he might give his ways, his personality, his mindset, how him see things, as I said before.
So he's the father of this house.
Exactly, scripture tell him, and the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Right?
Come on, he's the father of this house, so therefore he's given, and they are hypocrites. How they are hypocrites? Because these are speaking, they are doing just the same thing as this is saying, but when it passed down as a physical man, we're not allowed to do it. Right? They are doing the exact thing what this is saying, nothing different. Because they are the leaders. What they say goes. They are the one that in charge. They're the one that leading. But if we the physical men construct certain construct in the home, then we have consequence from them, which is not of the Most High, but from them, because we're going against their laws. And to make it clear, their laws are not the same laws as the scriptures. Totally different.
Right. So dive back in the article, in the book, it says, every company of travelers, every tribe, every community, every family must have a father who is the head of the group. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So a man is said to be the father of what or what he invents.
But what you know, in the home we have equality, right? A definition of a father is not a definition, the same definition that work in this society, right? It's totally different. It's either equality or get the hell out as a father. That's what law is for this now. And when you try to lead, then you're going to have the end of the stick. And the end of the stick have to do with their laws. You're going to have the woman come up at it, and you might even have the children come up at it. Right now, we keep seeing children having countless fighting in Jamaica here, stabbing, killing, and wild, all sort of madness. Right? And what to say, the parents themselves, I'm going to use the parents in this one, cannot speak to them because our society grew them up to be disobedient. Not only to the parents, but most to the father. What?
All right, so we'll just get the points out of the article. We don't want to make this lengthy. It says, so this part says, supreme. And just to point out before we go to that, man, there's a part further up that says, the man, basically, it's a man is said to be the father of what he invents.
And him invent
Right.
his own family.
That is it.
Even though the Most High is the Architect, but he invent his own family. So he should have the right to govern his family. And when I mean govern, I don't mean to enslave. I mean to govern, show them the right way, show them the way of his characteristic, how he want him fall to come construct. I think it is something like his kingdom.
Yeah, we paused that already.
Okay, good. So he even got to that point. It's his kingdom. What's a kingdom? This is a kingdom that we live in now, orchestrated by the so-called white man.
Let me read it. It said the father, back again, the first part. It said the father, oriental idea of the family, right, is a little kingdom within itself over which the father is supreme ruler.
So this is the little kingdom of every father, his household, right? It doesn't matter who come under him, it's his kingdom. His law is supposed to stand, his rule is supposed to stand. But in this is not so. Right? It's either equality or none at all.
Right. So this part says supremacy of the father under the patriarchal system. So under the patriarchal administration, the father is supreme, right, in command. Right? This authority which the father has extend to his wife, to his children. See? So I have authority over my wife and children. I'm gonna talk. Let me get a scripture quick. This is Genesis 3 and verse 16. So I have authority over my wife and children. This is Genesis 3 verse 16. So unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrows and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be towards thy husband, and he shall rule over you.
And right? that is the governing body. That's it.
So that's clear and cut and to the point, man. So it's this authority which the father has, right? Authority, right? Extend to his wife, his children, right? His children's children. So
leave that to pass down.
Right. And it shows that him still even if he's a great, him still have control and authority over them. Someone can say, oh, he's just my great. No. Whatever he says goes.
Right.
Because he might go instill that in his sons and his sons' sons and his sons' sons, going all the way down.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why back then you'd have the kings is so crazy to have a son. Because to have his ways or his whatever him have to pass down, the son would have to do that. That was the job of the son. It wasn't the job of the daughter in at all.
It says, it extends to his wife, to his children, and his children's children, and his servants, and to all his household, so even unto his servants. So, and he is the sheik, which means the chief, right? It extends to all the tribe, right? See? So, even the man of a tribe also, man. Right? So, let's just go.
Let's finish the scripture. 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinance. Keep the ordinance as I deliver them unto you. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man. So that's the clear point. And when they speak of the head, they speak of the same governmental body, and they speak of the same ruler of the house. So that is the order going right down. Go on. So I'm picture.
Right. Right. I think you read the one of the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Right.
It?
So it's no. It says, in many ways the father was the supreme court of appeal in domestic matters. So, case in point, I should make a reference, right? Out here you have what? An ongoing case with Vice Cartel, right, which is accused of murder, right? And them been appealing now. The ruling that the court in Jamaica gave, them try to overthrow that ruling, right? Now, what they did was to appeal to the Supreme Court, which go back to, which is the higher court, which go back to England, right? Saying which go back to the British, right? So that court is the highest court, man. You can jump over the court in Jamaica if you feel like you ain't getting the right judgment. But once you reach the Supreme Court and them say, look, this is the judgment, that is it. There's no higher court. You know what I mean? And whatsoever them say goes. Right? So it's making the same reference to the Father, man. Right? And the reason why you now see this in today's society is because the curses, right, written in Deuteronomy, it speak about even the father that shall leave the remnant of his seed, which he shall leave. So through Esau Edom, ultimately because we have sinned, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai, what he did was punish us, man. Right? Now you have the Lord using Esau Edom, right, to basically divide the family. Right? So what you have every or majority of the houses in Jamaica is a broken home. Because there's no father in the house. And even if there's a father, they are not being taught the proper way, because how they've been taught, we should go into from beginning of lesson, the man that is ruling, this is his house, and him set laws. And as I said before, the laws basically, because what laws do, it kind of shape your character.
Right.
Because if you don't do this, then you're going to be punished. So you'll be forced, there'll be consequences. So you'll be forced to act a certain way, you're forced to do certain things and such. So what I'm saying, I'm getting at, even if there's a father in the house, they have a effeminate nature, or a nature that is not masculine towards what the scriptures say. Because when you get the laws of Yahweh Shemiah, I taught you how to be a man, how to govern your whole soul, right, as we are reading in scripture. So that's the difference between the laws of the Yahweh Shemiah, which shape a character geared towards man dominance, and this system which is ruled by Esau Edom, which emasculate men, teach them how to be effeminate and to be subservient to women, So we've been destroyed, man, through the curses, man. That's why I see these things where I read. It's no longer in our house. We're destroyed as a nation. Right. So it's so the court of appeal, man, as it says. Right, and it goes into, handing down to the oldest son and such, right? And let me just get into the children, and then we'll get into the women. Right, so it's a reverence of the spouses, reverence of the parents, especially, reverence of the children for their parents, especially, right? The father. It's well nigh universal in the East, down to modern times among Arabs, it says it was seldom that the son is the head, right, of son is head of as being undignified, undutiful. It's like it's quite customary for the children to greet their father in the morning by the kissing of his hand, right? Following this, and you remember we were speaking about this last night. I said they don't really know if you show affection and love, basically.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why you got this detachment. Them they attach from even.
Hey, and let me show you something. It's even more deeper, because this is not only, even though it speaks to love, but this is honor.
Duty.
Right? Yeah.
And respect.
Exactly. Because it all born to fear and honor, because they use fear in this time as something wrong. But because of that, no fear and drive with them, they're free to do as they please. And that's, I'm speaking of the children. Right? What I want to be disrespectful, what he just said, when the father wake up in the morning, is like them kiss the father's hand. That is honor. That is honor right there. Now, to do that, they have to have fear, and they have to trust that man, and they have to respect that man in order to that to be happen. But because that is no longer, even though this custom they did not taught, but it would have even some part of moral where that concern, and they still don't have that. So it is a broken thing.
Right. Let us get the scriptures refer to that. Refer to honor. It's Genesis. It's Exodus 20 verses 12. It said, "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth." Right, upon the land which the Lord hath given, Lord thy God hath given thee.
And we have seen, we have seen no honor. And if there is a honor, it is taught by the so-called white man.
Which is no honor.
Exactly. What is his definition of honor? And this is not it. This is not it what we're just speaking of. It's totally different.
So it is quite customary for the child to greet the father in the morning by the kissing of his hand, and this follow this to stand before him, right, in an attitude of humility, right, ready to receive any order.
Say you have a lot of this that take place now in the eastern side of the world.
That's it.
Right? And this is our custom.
So let's keep on referring about the Arabs
Exactly.
and Oriental times
Right.
and such.
Right. Con.
It's not really Arabs, man. It's Israel's custom.
Right. Con. And
But they are the ones, because the West basically is very polluted, man. And thing they're the ones that kind of keep some of the same things,
con.
But
Because they're in the land.
they're in the land.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So you can clearly see that it is not something that was made up or something that just come about. It was something from before.
That's right.
So it is not like they are doing something. I know so the white man would demonize them to say that they're wicked and wrong.
Yeah. As usual, them normally go in countries and
Yeah.
try to manipulate people. Them going to certain Eastern or countries, and them say relationship, what you call it, polygamous
Yeah.
relationship, and a man with him 20 wives and him 50 odd kids, him kingdom.
Right.
You know what I mean? A rule. And him come and him try to break it up, you know what I mean? And introduce monogamous relationship, one man, one partner, and try to disrupt the whole thing. Right. So yeah, so it's stand before the Father in humility, right, ready to receive any order, right, or wait for permission to depart. Right? See, that's very, very it's trust me, man. It's a great thing. All right. So this is the position of the mother, right? Position of the wife in relation to the husband, right? So listen very carefully, man. It says the wife held a subordinate position, right, to that of her husband, right? Subordinate means she under the rulership of. The accurate the scripture while I will show you the order is Yahweh, Yahushai, the man, and then the woman, and then the children. That's the order, man. So it's at least in office, if not in nature, right? In nature itself, teach you that, man.
Yeah, exactly. Animal right and keeping that now even more vast than man.
Exactly.
We have hey, I've seen some small clippings, and even though we say they are dumb animals, I've seen some small clippings of even dogs. Right? I have seen dogs where they could pop your back off and this is just some small clippings, right? So you can easily look for it. I see small puppies show barking after their mother, and the father just make not even one bark. And him silent as a deer, him never born.
Go back to the fear where you speak.
God,
All right. So it's all right. So it's the ancient Hebrew woman, right? Israelite woman,
go back.
right? Did not have unrestrained freedom as the modern woman of the occasion. It's like a modern woman of the or incident have OCCIDENT, right? So the point there being unrestrained freedom as modern women have. Saying, let me get a scripture on that. It says Ecclesiasticus 25, is it? 25. Verse 25. 25 verse 24, I believe. Right. Right. This is Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 24. Say, of the woman come the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Right?
Super.
This is verse 25, and this is the point. Say, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad.
Say, when you see for great, tap you right so.
Right.
Enough you go no further.
Right.
What it mean? Give the water no passage.
Right. And neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad.
Because once she give that power, she can fuck you up.
Right. Meaning she's not supposed to, as the book says a while ago, she's not supposed to have unrestrained freedom going all about, traveling all about. And once you go down in it, you're going to see how them used to deal with certain manners, certain thing in an ancient time. You can see it's a total different lifestyle than what's happening over here, man. It's finished over this side.
Sorry for your content, but we understand that we're in the West, I understand that we're totally different from these laws. But at the same time, these home or kingdom don't got no morals, no standard, no harder, nothing. Even if they would have a twip, it would have bad enough so bad. But there's none.
All right. It says all right. It says in the Orient, social intercourse between the sexes is marked by a degree of reserved that is unknown elsewhere. Right? So Dr. Thompson says Oriental women are never regarded or treated as equals by the men. Right? Let us sink in. Right? It says Oriental women, right? Ancient women, right? Were never regarded or treated as equals by the man. See? So they were never, ever, ever seen as equals, man. That's even nature, as we're going to show you that there's no equality there, man. See? Right. Now it goes down to say, right? They never eat with the men, but the husband and the brothers first.
Wow.
The husband and the brothers are first served.
Look at that. Look at that. That's honor right there again.
Honor. Nowadays, woman I look at it, slavery.
Yeah.
Slavery, man. Look, man, you're honoring. Look, the man provides protection. Right? The man provides structure. The man provides. Him basically are the king. Right? And he provide all of that. It's nothing. It's simple. It's a simple task. To prepare a meal and serve it to him, man. And it gives you pleasure to say, as a woman, to say your man which you love, basically enjoying something that you prepared. It also gives satisfaction to the woman, and in ancient time, them used to really love doing that, man.
Right, kind.
You know?
Pleasure.
Yeah, you give them pleasure and satisfaction, man. If you say, okay, you have served your husband well.
Right.
That was a thing, man, a great thing where woman looked upon. But no, oh, I look slave, you look a mother.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah, and you work with a way you have to cook yourself.
Exactly.
Wash your clothes yourself.
Exactly. And still come home and prepare shelter,
right.
Protection.
Right.
You know, so you have to spend money and all of that, man. And you get nothing back. Trust me, this society is not geared towards men. It's a matriarchal society, right? Which solidify women and give them liberty to do whatsoever they want to do.
Yeah, we reach that stage. I skip there, even point out if you can do it all, you have children in this kingdom. It's better if you not do it. Because you see, think about it. Hey, you have a scripture in the Apocrypha, you know. I'm not going to break from point, just to catch you back on that. You have a scripture in the Apocrypha, you know. He said the greatest thing a man desire for is to see his children, and the fall of his enemy. Now, I'm only going to push upon it, children. Now, to see that, just to see what you have taught or what you have put out, bear fruit and continue, it makes a man joy from within inside. You know, it's an infinite joy. I have seen that one moment with my father, and he was pleased with me. You know, I've seen where my father at one point asked, "Where's my son?" And I said, "See him here." And the joy upon his face when him come and hold him and put him on your leg and talk to him. You know, we can see, say it warm in heart. And in my mind, it must say, look at it now, I look upon him creation. And I look upon him put out. And I said to myself, that's a marvelous look. You know, and if my son know what to have a son, you know, I would have to do the same thing which him would I say his fruit or his legacy continue. So it's a marvelous thing. You know, it's a marvelous thing.
Right. It says, so they never eat with the men, but the husband and the brother are first served, and the wife and mother and sister wait and take what is left. In a walk, the woman never go arms in arms with the men, but followed at a respectful distance, right? Because they're not colleagues, man. They're not, right. You know what I mean? You know,
and it works out with the animal kingdom. It is a custom when you're training a dog. is to know, to make them know that do you want him not supposed to walk side side, he's supposed to walk behind you. Right? And ask any dog trainer, once the dog that beside you, him start to feel like him equal with you. And he will even at one point turn at you if he can and bite you. But as we mentioned, even the animal kingdom, they know that they're supposed to walk behind. And this is the same thing. You tell you that is a part, is a showing that honor. Right? It is showing who you put first. It's an honor right there. So even the animal kingdom, this thing established.
Right. It's the woman is, as a rule, kept closely confined and watched with jealousy. Right. When she goes out, she's closely veiled from head to foot.
I didn't come up.
Right. Saying.
Them people these days.
Yeah, man. Because nowadays, well, as I mentioned, man, you're supposed to close because, I say, watch. With jealousy, and because it's your woman, that's your. As we would like to love to say, that's your property.
It is.
Right. Yeah, it was just for, because nowadays it says certain things.
Right.
I mean, YouTube tends for one flag you because misogynist and whatever it may be. But it is. You know what I mean? And no one knows that. I mean, you've been funding with his property, man, and jealousy kick in, you will die for that shit. So. It's closely watched. You know what I mean? That's his kingdom. That's his, that's his woman. But, that's basically the article right there, man. And what we want to get out of it. You have any scripture, anything for that?
Well, basically the point really put out. Right. The end game is just not. This is just not the Most High Kingdom. We get that, we understand that. But we can't clearly say there is no family structure going to ever take place in this. That construct on the Most High Kingdom. And prevail.
Right. So with that, we'd like to give our praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kodash, honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to you, brothers and highways and the byways, preaching, teaching His word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.
Shalom.